If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I've actually been waiting to cover this. This just came out recently. Ed Sheeran, I call him Ed Sheer Satanist. Anything you want to call him, any way you want to look at it. The super gay Ed Sheeran, super joyful Ed Sheeran is back at it with a real creative video about drinking blood and vampires and crazy, talking about bad habits. Did it have anything to do with little kids and adrenochrome? I don't know. We're going to take a look. The song sucks. The video's not original, and it's the same nonsense and the same all-seeing eye symbolism we always see for Ed. Now, if you're not familiar, because I know some people go, Ed Sheeran, that guy, he's so soft, he's cookie cutter, he looks like he's from, he could grow up in your town and just become famous because he's good at music. Yeah, they're all part of it. Here's how you know. You look for the signs and the symbols, because that's what they do. Let's start here. Here's Ed holding up a pyramid over his eye. I'm sure that's by coincidence. He was just having a joke. I don't know. Is it a Dorito? He was just trolling. Okay, sure. Here's another one of the 666 sign. The official audio video for Ed Sheeran's song Perfect with the 666, but he'll tell you it's sign language. Okay, then I'll move on again. Here's Ed holding up his hand over his eye because, Ed's got something in his eye. Just like all these celebrities in the collage that have something over their eye, they're not a part of a secret society or anything like that. We aren't supposed to see in codes. We aren't supposed to see these symbols that they do. Well, guess what? We see them, and the gig is up. Then you get Ed, of course, here he is before I get to the video. Just want to show you, just so you know in general before you see what's going on. In case you think it's a stretch with the video, well, here are all the things you need to know. Doing the 666, holding it right up to his eye. Do you think someone just gave him they're like, make a paper airplane, Ed, and fly it, and we're going to photograph it, but hold it up to your eye before you throw it. Yeah, that's how we all take pictures. And, of course, he's doing the shh, right? Now, is there a chance that Ed farted and you didn't want anyone to know? Of course. Is there a chance that Ed's got BO and he doesn't want anyone to know? Of course. Is there a chance that Ed's not a real man and he doesn't want anyone to know? Duh. But this is, of course, the Masonic vow of silence that all these celebrities do. You can see them all here. Rihanna. Can't even remember her name anymore. They all do it over and over and over. Lindsay Lohan. Okay, Lindsay Lohan. Sorry, she's become so irrelevant. It's hard to remember all their names. It's not like they're their real names anyway, so who cares? All right, let's move on to the video. So remember, this is supposed to be art. It's supposed to be creative. That's what they constantly tell us. We're supposed to sit here and believe what they say. This is more of the same nonsense. This, of course, is vampires. Yay. And, if they're real artists, should somebody have told Ed Sheeran that the name of his song, Bad Habits, has been used before? I mean, in fact, Usher, yes, Usher, still alive, who knew, had a song, Bad Habits, come out 9 months ago. So not really original, not creative. We see this with songs like One, right? Constantly using the same themes, the same narrative. One, magic, 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 right? Bad Habits seems to be a new one, talking about the bad habits they have in the middle of the night. And I only knew that Usher had a song called Bad Habits because I typed in Bad Habit lyrics and it came up. So I actually wasn't on the no list of what Usher is up to. But I have exposed Usher before. Just another puppet doing the same symbolism, but he's so irrelevant that we're just going to move on here. Okay, anyway, to the video. So he's a vampire, right? Because we haven't seen that before. No, never seen it. He's wearing his, this is probably what he wears when he hangs out with the elites, the CEOs of corporations. This is probably his real look, as he's, of course, dolled up in makeup. We've seen him, of course, on Jimmy Kimmel dressed up as a female. Anyway, this is him dolled up. We have all-seeing eye symbolism in the video right off the bat before you get into the stuff with the lyrics and the children and the creepiness. You can see the eye, right? The eye symbolism. You could see he's also a once-tried, failed optometrist. You could see the eyeball on the side of the building. That must be a coincidence as well. Of course, you see some guy girl with an eye patch. You don't know these days. I mean, I don't know. They'll tell us it's a woman. I'm not sure I'll believe it, but got an eye patch on. I guess when they were doing the whole thing with the eye theme, they said, hey, put an eye patch on. We'll pretend you're a pirate. Arr, right? Yeah, no. No one's buying it. It's the all-seeing eye symbolism. They're always doing it. They are not stopping. And, of course, you have him levitating in the video. You'll even see the rose used. I've covered the rose and the Rosicrucian before. That's another thing, which I'm not going to get into deep detail about right now, but it's another Masonic secret society ode to, paying homage to just like the black and white checkerboard floors, which I didn't catch in this, but if you do look at the video and catch it, let me know. Can't see everything all the time. Went through it once. If I went through it again, I might throw up on myself. Then you see, speaking of throw up on yourself, you see people throwing up in the streets and stuff. They must have just got their jab. I'm just kidding. No, they're actually listening to Ed Sheeran's soundtrack, and you can see them projectile vomiting. Somebody actually goes into shivers on the floor because they're demonically possessed. But if somebody wants to argue that they're not demonically possessed and what's happened is they're transforming into a vampire, so to speak, I guess they also just got their jab. And, of course, the music that Ed sings is also having an effect on her as well. Then we get this. This is where the creepiness comes in. Because remember, the whole theme of vampires has to do with cannibalism, blood drinking. These are things that occur in satanic rituals. They've desensitized people to this stuff and fictionalized it. But they're constantly talking about it. There's nothing new about Dracula. There's nothing new about it. How many times do you need to see a remake of a Dracula movie? From Twilight to all this nonsense. It's the same with wizards and witches. It is for what they're trying to do, which is normalize this stuff with superheroes, magic, powers. That's what they're doing. And they do it in these videos as well by using these themes all the time. There's absolutely nothing original about it. If he was trying to be artistic, somebody might have said something. So you see him with the little balloon, right? This is where it gets creepy. There's a little girl. Everybody seems to be kind of, out of it, except this little girl that gets focused in on who's standing in the middle of a crowd as Ed approaches her. Let's take a look at the lyrics. Since we know about adrenochrome and we know all about these people and what they're into and what they do, let's see. He says, every time you come around, you know I can't say no. It's a little disturbing, seeing that the video has nothing to do with a girl. And the lyrics are, right, these lyrics, people hear it on the radio, they don't even know them. The video doesn't seem to have anything to do with a girl. Well, this is them just spell casting and telling you what they really do and showing you, but nobody would think that. They think Ed's just talking about some girl. He's saying, every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. Ugh, I could feel the paradise before my world implodes, and tonight had something wonderful. My bad habits lead to late nights ending alone, conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to wide eyes staring at space, and I know I'll lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out. Now I can't escape. Nothing happens after 2. It's true. My bad habits lead to you. Interesting. I'm surprised didn't say everything bad happens around 3, since 3 o'clock in the morning is when their ritual hour happens. Maybe saying nothing bad happens after 2, because really inverted, bad things do happen after 2, but to these people, they're not bad things. All of these people who are in these occults and secret societies, of course, everyone thinks we're nuts, because they refuse to see the signs and the symbols, and they think these are really talented people. Now, you heard the lyrics about his bad habits. Okay, this guy is supposed to be. Remember, anytime we see this stuff, we read the lyrics, we see the signs and symbols, and we know that these people are in secret societies, then take the narrative that they give us of what Ed Sheeran is, right? He's supposed to be a nice guy, talented, made it big in the music industry. Oh, he's got, he doesn't look like everyone else. He doesn't look like a hunk or somebody, some model. He's married. He has a kid. All right, then what's he talking about? Anyone want to tell me? I mean, I would like to think that, I talk about this stuff on the channel because this is my life. Exposing the stuff, talking about this. This is what I do in real life, too. Right? This is real life. But I mean, this is what I do away from the channel. I don't go around not talking about this stuff. My point is that aren't your song lyrics supposed to be inspired by your life or something that's going on, right? Is this what's going on in Ed's? Is his wife concerned? That he's got bad habits that lead to late nights ending alone? Huh? You're married with a kid. What's going on, Ed? What are you talking about? We're supposed to believe that whole narrative they give us is true. So why don't you, this was inspired, is this a fictional novel you're working on about you being a vampire? Real original. The studio didn't say, no, we've heard it before, we want something creative and new. Right, because they want repetition and mind control, the whole vampire theme, adrenochrome, and him targeting a young little girl with his balloon. And then, of course, you see that she has vampire teeth, which would reveal that he bit her. All right, so he bit a little girl. What's this all implying? Well, you use your imagination. Middle of the night, he's got bad habits. He's drinking blood, wiping blood away. Oh, he bit her and turned her into a vampire. End of story. That's what we're supposed to believe here, because they don't give anything away in any of these videos. Utter joke. You see the signs and the symbols, the all-seeing eye symbolism, over and over with this guy, the shh, right? I mean, how many times in the video do they do it? They show this is one video with the 666, right? And then him creepily grabbing a balloon. Nobody's like, that's creepy, Ed. No, they're like, oh, it's cool. It's like a Twilight novel. Spooky. Ha ha ha. You know, the dumb down, because they don't believe that people really do this stuff because they see it in the movies all the time. And of course, you know, when it comes to flying and all that stuff, levitation is something they practice. Have I ever seen someone levitate? No. What would I do if I did? Kick them. Kick, clothesline, to be real quick. Wham, bam. But, you know, this is stuff they practice. This is no secret. Witches go to Witch Channel or, you know, look up these witches. They openly admit to doing it. Do they film themselves doing it? No. Why do you think they don't? You think they're going to show, they're levitating, you know, and doing this stuff so people think witches really exist? They want you to think that it's all make-believe, and then, the person's a witch. You need to accept them like we need to accept everybody of every gender, and whatever they say they are, we all have to accept. Well, so that's what they're doing with witches. You have to accept that. If people knew what they really did, do you think they'd accept them? Do you think people, if they really knew what Satanists were doing, they'd accept them? Why do you think the satanic groups go out there and pretend to be political? Yeah, they have an agenda to do by doing what they're doing, but they know that they can't come out and tell people that, or people will wake up and they'll pick up the Bible and find Christ. So, long story short, this is Ed. He's got bad habits, folks. But we're supposed to believe the bad habit is just some fictional thing about him and loving vampires, and this is his ode to Twilight. The only thing that... oh, boy. There's a ton of truth in the video. A ton of stuff in the lyrics. That's true. And about what they're talking about. Can't escape, can't get out. What was the line? Let me just recheck that line. Let's see. My bad habits lead to late nights, ending alone. He goes, I was looking for a way out. Now I can't escape. Remember, he's looking for a way out. Now he can't escape. Well, you can't. Once you're in, you can never get out. And you know who else has that? Freemasons. Now, there are Freemasons who leave and don't return, but you're never out. You still pay your Masonic dues. And maybe there's certain people who've gotten out and they've just forgotten about them in certain places, or they've left and they haven't been able to find them. But when you reach a certain degree, you ain't getting out. You can't get out. You're part of it. It's part of the crap you go through to be initiated in it. Is it like a fraternity call? A little bit different. Is it just as gay? Yeah, it is. But so's Ed. So what's the difference? And of course, I mean joyful by that. You know, joy to the world. I just looked up the definition. It said joy and cheerful. That's what I meant. Anyway, folks, this is Ed Shireen. I love when the followers of Ed come and they tell me I'm pronouncing his name wrong because they think I actually care, because it's not even his real name. It's probably Ed, I don't know, Clinton, Bush. No, I'm just kidding. That's not their real names either. No, but he's probably part of one of the bloodlines, of course. Let's just call him Ed Douche for now, because that's what we'll go with. I want to thank everyone for listening. A reminder, check out the website at callforuprising.com. Let me know what you think of the video in the comment section below and some of the stuff you saw. Seem creepy? Go check this video out for yourself and let me know. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all of you. God bless you and your families.